Hi everyone, I am Other Retro Media and today I'm going to give you my review of Coraline. You know, I can't really do with buttons the whole video. So Coraline is a movie adaptation of the book of the same name by Neil Gaiman. And it's also directed by the same guy that brought you A Nightmare Before Christmas. The movie follows Coraline Jones, an eccentric 11-year-old girl who one day moves to this apartment complex, and in the house that she lives in, she finds out a secret door that leads to a parallel universe. As she lives in a home where her parents don't pay much attention to her, in this world she is greeted with very attentive parents that give her the food she likes and does a lot of fun things. She enjoys the world a lot, however she is later warned that this world has a terrible secret, and if she doesn't leave soon, then she pretty much may stay in there forever. Now, when this movie came out, I didn't really see it in theaters, and I didn't even see it when it came out on DVD. However, shortly after its release, Neil Gaiman started to pop up everywhere, and he even appeared on the show Arthur, where he guest starred as himself, and there he actually promoted his book, Coraline. That actually piqued my interest, and I wanted to go to see the book. However, I didn't really get to see that book until I was in high school, and when I finally read it, I finally was able to see the movie. And you know what? I loved it. The book and the movie. Mainly because when the movie actually did follow the book like a lot. There were a few moments where some things were out of order, and there were a few changes as well. One of the most memorable changes has to be the inclusion of this character named Wybie. He was a lot of fun, but he did not appear in the book at all. Apparently he was created so that Coraline didn't have to wander around all alone talking to herself. She had someone to accompany her and have some conversations, which I felt is a nice touch. However, there are moments where he just appears, talks to her, say some lore and history about his grandma, and then he just disappeared. And he wouldn't appear for quite a while. As a matter of fact, there was a moment in the movie where I even forgot that he was in the movie. But like I said before, he was a lot of fun, and the guy that voiced him was actually did a pretty good job voicing him. Which brings me to my next plus in the movie, the standing performances. For example, Dakota Fanning as Coraline. To be fair, I used to have a crush on her when I was younger, and pretty much she was literally everywhere in every kid's movie that I could think of. And she did a wonderful job portraying her, because Coraline is quite a handful. She is energetic, she is very sarcastic, she has a temper, and when she likes something, you can see how she smiles, the way she expresses herself. When something she doesn't like, you can see the anger, the frustration. And that has to be thankful to some really great animators who, to be honest, being a stop motion movie, I'm pretty sure it was not easy to make this movie. Also, we have Keith David playing the cat in the movie, and I have to say, I'm a huge Keith David fan. Like every movie, TV show that I've seen him do voices, I just really like. He is kind of like a chameleon. He changes voices and sounds differently in so many types of media, and that, for one, deserves my respect. He did a really good job as the cat. He's just pretty much constantly asking questions to Coraline when he's in that parallel world. Well, that cat was quite a mysterious character in the movie, but I definitely enjoyed that. But if we have to give the standing ovation and for the best performance in this movie, it has to be Terry Hatcher, because she not only does Coraline's mom, but she also does Other Mother, as aka Bedlam, if she is nicknamed or called. Well, yeah, but the point is, Terry Hatcher did a wonderful job voicing, because not only she's playing a mother that is easily frustrated, that is having some trouble with her life with the job that she's working on, but she also does their mother very perfectly, a caring mother who pretty much is a lot of fun to talk to, and also she can be quite intimidating at times when things get really serious. And she did a really amazing job. Bravo, Terry Hatcher. Bravo. Also, the dad character was a lot of fun. Both the real world and the parallel world. Like I really enjoyed him. Like, there was some charm to him, and there was some he actually tried to do some great jokes in the movie. There is one joke that I remember that I laughed so much. There was a lot of humor in this movie, and it was funny. It had me laughing, and it did bring in some scares. Which brings me to one point: this movie is not for everyone, because there are some serious moments. There's a lot of quiet moments, and I guess kids with short attention spans might not really pay attention. And also, there is some scary imagery, if you ask me. Because, to be honest, aren't buttons terrifying? Aren't you terrified of my buttons in my eyes? I'm pretty sure there were kids that had nightmares because of that. Not me, but mainly because I was an adolescent. I was already away from my childhood traumas. Nothing really scared me that much at that age. Another thing that I did like was how simple the setting was. It was just an apartment complex. There was a small road that took you to a well with trees and all. It was very simple. I really like how the apartment was actually structured with different guests throughout the movie, because Coraline and her family was not the only one living there. There were some other characters in the movie, which I honestly don't remember much of their names. Yes, but I do remember some of the characters. Two of them were just old-fashioned actors. Another one was an acrobat. And pretty much there was the grandma with YB. Like I said, it's simple, it was colorful, and there are moments where it just made me think, am I watching a Wes Anderson movie? Another thing that I also enjoyed, and pretty much you're going to be hearing a lot in other reviews, is I enjoyed the music. It was very cheerful. It was beautiful to listen to. It was heartwarming, euphoric, it was positive, there was a sense of optimism, but there was also a sense of melancholy. I really found it quite really soothing to hear. As a matter of fact, I even put it as my playlist, because the music in this movie is just fun to listen to. Another plus that I really want to give is that which brings me again to the setting part, there was a lot of detail. There were some little details that would foreshadow later in the movie. If you didn't pay attention the first time, once you watch it a second time, you know there were clues hidden here and there, which led to some great, fascinating foreshadowing moments in the movie. And that I really like that. I really like when movies leave those types of clues. If you don't notice the first time, when you watch it a second time, you realize, wow, this movie is a lot smarter than I thought it was. So in the end, Coraline is a very spooky but highly entertaining movie. It had some great characters, it had some funny jokes. I really like the setting, very simple, but somewhat very artistic. I really have to say, the stop motion animation looks beautiful. Honestly, if somebody told you it was computer animated, you probably would have believed it, but nope, it was none other by stop motion, and this was actually, I believe, the first production from Laika Studios, which is a studio that you will be hearing a lot in the near future, because honestly, I feel is a very underrated studio when it comes to stop motion, because honestly, there hardly is much stop motion movies, but in retro media, we were going to uncover those hidden gems, and I will definitely review a lot of those in the future. And I pretty much believe I may talk about another Laika production pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. So, Coraline, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Tune in next time and you will see what comes next. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye bye. Buttons!